good morning, good evening, good night, whatever time it is for you. But for me, it is the morning. I am getting ready for work. I have about I don't know, like 10-15 minutes to film this. But I said that I was not going to wait till I was picture perfect to review things and to get more stuff out on the channel for you guys. And I really want to review this book for you because this just hit all of we're entering the season of seasonal depression and I'm a burnt out nurse needs right now. And that book is Can't Spell Tea Without Treason. So let's just hop into this super fast, chaotic review where I try to convince you all to read this. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Alyssa. I am getting ready for work. I have a few minutes before I have to hop in the shower, walk the dogs, and get the heck out the door. I am caffeinating probably a little too much, and I still have to find some breakfast, but I really want to talk to you guys about this book I just finished. As you guys have seen on in a previous rambly, chaotic review, I read Legends and Lattes. Sorry, my brain stopped working for a second. It's gonna be a great day. I read Legends and Lattes and absolutely fell in love. It was the genre I didn't know that I needed for my mental health, cozy fantasy, and I need more of it. So BookTok / TikTok came to my rescue, and this author Rebecca Thorne pops up saying, "Did you also like Legends and Lattes?" I wanted more, so I wrote a lesbian fantasy with low stakes that's cozy and is filled with tea and books. And I was like, done. Sign me up. And she was like, well, we'll have arcs out soon. And I said, done. Sign me up. So she sent me an arc. And so I read it and I was like, yes, I need a hardback or a hard copy. Here it is. So now that I have this, I'm going to talk to you guys about this. First of all, I've been really going through it recently and we are getting me some mental help, so don't worry about that whole life thing that maybe one day if I have a Patreon we can discuss in more detail, like more personal things that I don't really feel like putting out on the internet. And if you'd like a Patreon, let me know. Anyway, I'm still working on a P.O. box, by the way. None of this is what this point of this is. Focus, Alyssa. Focus. Coffee. Okay. I'm supposed to be trying to convince you to read this book. So what the heck is Can't Spell Tea Without Treason? Can't Spell Tea Without Treason is a beautiful, cozy romance fantasy with very low stakes about this couple, Kyanthi and Raina. And Raina is like a queen's guard. She's a very skilled warrior. And Kyanthi is this mage. I don't want to say queen, but she's like a huge, she's like the figurehead of all of the magical people, right? She's the chief mage. I can't remember what they call her. Doesn't matter. Can't remember her thing. That's not the point. The point is that she's super powerful, like the most powerful mage in existence. And they have this clandestine relationship because if the queen ever found out, the queen really wants the mage's presence. Like the queen is mad. We open with the queen and Raina, guarding the queen during a whole event. And the queen is annoyed because the mage won't come. And the mage has been trying to get Raina to run away with her forever and just open a bookshop and sell tea. Because the mage likes to read and Raina likes tea. And wouldn't that just be lovely? Don't we have all those kinds of things all the time where we tell our romantic partner, oh, let's just buy a yurt in the woods and raise goats and live by the cycles of the moon or whatever it is, right? So they actually do it. Raina finally, she has her final thing to say, screw this, I'm leaving the court even though it's treason to leave and I might die because they're going to hunt me down and kill me, and I'm going to run away and I'm going to set up this bookshop with the mage. The stuff around the shop and the tea shop and the bookshop and the way it functions in this town that's sort of out of the ways is, and the people in the town is a lot similar to Legends and Lattes. So you're going to get the same vibes from that where, all the townsfolk kind of help out. And at first they're kind of strangers and everyone's kind of like, who are you? And then they start to get to know each other and they build these beautiful relationships with the people in the town and they become very important to the town. And, the tea shop becomes like a community center for the town. So love that so much. There are some stakes involved in this. They're not very high, but there are dragons here and some dragons have lost some dragon eggs, and so there is a whole sort of hunt that goes into finding those eggs for the dragons, and there's a lot of stuff that goes on along with that makes it more exciting than I just described than finding eggs but it's good. And then of course there's tension from Arena being hunted down by the Queen's guards because they want her back, because technically abandoning your post is treason. So that tension, that's where all of your tension lies. Where the tension doesn't lie, and this is why I love this story, is that you have two independently successful women. They are fantastically good at the things that they do. They are skilled, they are gifted, they are intelligent and whole people on their own, coming together into a relationship with that is healthy, with healthy communication skills, none of that like weird misunderstanding stuff. And the tension isn't coming from like some stupid misunderstanding or like people not saying their feelings. The tension comes from like stuff outside of the relationship that they have to do together, or like the pressures from the Queen's court on their potential to stay together, that kind of stuff. Their internal bonds are really strong, and it's just like this beautiful little relationship where they take care of each other, they understand each other. Each one of them kind of gets hurt in a way during the story, so each one of them takes care of the other one. So you see how reciprocal their relationship is. It isn't one-sided in any way. Like there isn't like a carer and what's the term from Just by Looking at Him? There isn't like a gardener and a garden. You know, they are together taking care of each other. They are equal participants in this relationship, and it's healthy and beautiful, and I love it. I also love all the magical creatures. There's just enough magic. There's just enough like sword fighting. There's just enough of all of your like basic fantasy goodies that if you love fantasy, you're going to love this. And it is not spicy at all. But if you like romance and you like romance that has a plot and you're not like just here for the smut, which is fine. But if you're not just here for the smut, this has enough like romancy things that I think you would really enjoy. They have like this special way of communicating with each other. There's a freaking griffin. There's a freaking griffin baby. Like this, it is so just heartwarming, and I loved it. When you're burnt out and in sort of like an emotional spiral, this is the book that you need, because this is going to make you happy. If you just need to be happy, I would read this. I would read Legends and Lattes. I would read whatever the heck the second book of this is going to be, because there is going to be a sequel. I'm so excited about that. I wish Legends and Latte had a sequel. And I want more books like this. So if you know of any books that are like this, please let me know down in the description. I want to read them. I want to read more cozy fantasy romance with low stakes, never dying house plants. I don't know. Magical creatures, healthy relationships, baked goods. These are all the things that I want right now. Because this is the kind of fantasy world I want to like fall into right now. Anyway, so if you haven't read this yet or you haven't heard it yet, it is self-pubbed, and it's Rebecca Thorne's Can't Spell Treason Without T, T-E-A, and I highly encourage you to pick up a copy and read it. It is on Kindle. It might be on Kindle Unlimited. I'm not sure, but it is on Kindle. There are hard copies of it if you prefer to read that way. It did just come out the end of like around the 15th or 16th of September. So it is brand spanking new. I'm absolutely loving it. The author is working on new things, and I can't wait to see what she comes out with next, because this was just enjoyable. It was so enjoyable. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I think I got this done in time to be able to find some breakfast and shower and get the dogs out without being too late. And remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video, whatever it may be, because it's my channel and I can do whatever I want. Bye!
So just sit with me, talking to the night until the morning, building chemistry. I don't think I ever wanna go come closer next to me. Trying to find another way to say this, but I think we were meant